Attitudes must change.
I'm going to call Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, Mr. Chairman.
Order. Order. I know the member has had a call before. He's the only spokesman for New Zealand First, and he will have this call. Order. And I'm keeping track of who has calls. It's Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could I begin by thanking other members for their various contributions, which I think for the most part have been good-natured, and I've enjoyed listening to the debate, whatever people have said, whichever way they think. Mr. Chairman, I cannot accept that the 2020 option for purchasing age, and it is a purchasing age and not a drinking age, as some people seem to think, would not make a contribution to reducing the youth binge drinking culture. And it is the youth binge drinking culture that we're concerned with, the purchasing age, because that's what's relevant to youth, the purchasing age. Those members who keep talking about the problem amongst older people are simply not addressing the nexus of the issue. And, Mr. Chairman, the real issue is this: is a person more mature and able to handle alcohol at the age of 20 than at 18? The answer has to be yes. That is utterly undeniable. And that is why I am voting for 20 and not 18. It's as simple as that in the end. And, Mr. Chairman, another thing is this: if there are many other steps we need to take other than addressing the purchasing age, then we should do that. But that doesn't mean we should not address the purchasing age as well. And that is what this debate is about. Mr. Chairman, I do want to refer now to what has happened in the past, because I think we can learn from the past as well. First of all, in the period 1881 to 1904, a period of 23 years, the purchasing age was 16 years of age, in a period when there was a high tolerance to the abuse of alcohol. And, Mr. Chairman, in the following period of 6 years, from 1904 to 1910, it was raised to 18 years, but it was found that that age didn't work. So then in 1910, the age was increased to 21 years, and that was maintained for 59 years until 1969. 21 years of age, purchasing age, for 59 years for that period. And it was not until 1969, until 1999, a period of 30 years, that was reduced to 20 years of age, simply because that was then called the age of majority. And in 1970, of course, the Age of Majority Act was passed. And then in 1999, for some misguided reason, it was reduced again to 18 years of age. So after 89 years, it was reduced to 18 years of age and has done nothing but cause harm since then. So if we're going to learn anything from history, is that previous generations have found that the appropriate age for most of that period by far was either 21 or 20 years of age. And the lessons are simply this: that lower ages have never worked and never will. The appropriate age for the purchasing, and it is the purchasing and not the drinking we're talking about, is 20 years of age. That is currently the age of majority. The relevance of other ages for other duties and other rights are completely irrelevant. This is a matter of judgment for us all about what is the correct age, the most appropriate age for the purchasing of alcohol. And I would remind some of those members who keep talking about evidence of one sort or another that the Law Commission in 2010 did in fact conclude that the reduction to 18 did result in greater harm from alcohol by the young. And I know my friends here in the Labour Party, some of them anyway, deny that, and they talk about evidence and they produce it, but that conclusion was made after a review of the evidence by people who knew how to do exactly that. So, Mr. Chairman, in my view, and in the view of New Zealand First as a whole. 2020 is the correct option. 2018 is completely illogical and confusing, and 18 has never worked and never will, and we shouldn't allow it to continue. However, like many other members, I do agree that just addressing the purchasing age alone is not enough. Many other things are needed too. That is something we'll debate later. That's not for debate here and now, as some members have tried to do. We need to look at penalties for abuse.
Michael Woodhouse.
Chairman, I purchased my first crate of beer out the back door of Hef's Hotel in King Edward Street